Another 20th anniversary Juicy Calls, one of my top three Rockstar games. I'd even put it above most of the Grand Theft Auto games and even the first Red Dead Redemption. Yes, I love this classic game that much. You are in the nerds. Seriously, sourcing hat. My mistake, I meant the jocks, if you're sure. Yahoo, I get Mandy. Come here, lover boy. Bully is the 2006 highly popular game from the geniuses at Rockstar Games, the makers of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. And Bully tells the story of Jimmy Hopkins, who is sent off to Bulworth Academy by his mum, who is on a long trip with Jimmy's prick stepfather. I mean, I know what it's like to have a bad stepfather too, but and Jimmy gradually rises to become the king of the school, despite his numerous clashes with the school's principal, who's determined to change Jimmy, and Jimmy gradually meets the different groups of Bulworth, the nerds, the preppies, the greasers, the jocks, and the townies, and does win the hearts of the queens of the school, but of course has to save the school by the end from the uh, dastardly Gary. Now, happy 20th anniversary, Bully. So, special thank you to him for making me a lifelong Bully fan because I am freaking obsessed with this game still ever since I played it 7 years ago. Bully is a peak masterpiece and one of the greatest games ever to exist. I mean, that should come as no surprise given that it's a Rockstar Games, and Rockstar Games are on another level when it comes to their games. I mean, Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, they are on fire every time. They never miss. And it really sucks that 20 years later we still don't have a Bully 2. I mean, Rockstar Games, you have given us 6 Grand Theft Auto games, Grand Theft Auto 6 coming in May this year, and 2 Red Dead Redemption games, but only 1 Bully. While they had some great ideas for Bully in 2, and Bully 2 was in development hell for years, sadly, it never happened and was ultimately cancelled in favour of them working on other projects. Bully was initially going to come in 2005, but was delayed and pushed back by a year to 2006, and at the time I mean, it was clearly the biggest game of 2006, and but also one of the most controversial games at the time. So much so that Yahoo Games ranked it in their top 10 most controversial games ever, and it was even banned in Brazil for its controversial themes, and parents felt the game glorified bullying in school. Parents, the game is not encouraging bad behaviour at schools or all that behaviour in real life. It's just a game. And next to Hogwarts and Monsters University, Bulworth Academy is one of my absolute favourite fictional educational environments, and I wish I could be a student at Bulworth and just to get kisses from the ladies that attend there alone. And I love that Rockstar go don't hold back in making, a game based in a school as fun as possible, because this isn't Hogwarts, and just because this is a muggle school doesn't mean Bulworth isn't awesome, because the classes you can attend are from arts class to gym, and are pretty awesome, and even go outside of the school and go into town for some levels, in particularly in chapter 3, and in some parts of chapter 4 and 5, and even to a carnival in chapter 2. And the game was, of course, initially released on PS2, but it was updated to Xbox in 2008, and in the Xbox version, which is the version I played with my pal Steve, the visuals are slightly more up to date. I mean, yes, the visuals of Bully may have aged like vinegar in comparison to the visuals of Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. But of course, this game was made 20 years ago, so 2006. I mean, it's still looked beautiful, and I mean, even if the characters don't emote much emotionally, the voice acting is spectacular and sells every character. None of the vocal performances sound corny or cheesy whatsoever. And the game's soundtrack is also a masterpiece in of itself. You can't beat it. That's a timeless piano theme. Whenever that enters your ears, you instantly recognize it as and know you're playing Bully. The da 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 da, and I love how the piano theme consistently plays as you're walking throughout the school hallways and on the grounds. While Bully may be the most light-hearted Rockstar game, as there's no killing in it, unlike in Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption, and not as many drugs as such, and no sex, of course, but you still get to do some, daredevil, crazy fun and levels like bicycle races and use your skateboard and slingshots, and even have eggs and a baseball bat for weapons, and train in boxing. Yes, it is as hardcore as that. And some of the classes, like English and math and art, are never boring, because they're like a fun memory game, and trying to think of as many words with certain letters in English, and and also I do love the mascot of Bullworth, this red bull costume, which bears resemblance to the Red Bull in the alcoholic drink Red Bull, only this one doesn't give you wings. And the game does take around 10 hours maximum to complete, so this is the shortest of the major Rockstar games. There are 5 chapters. Chapter 1 is more centered on the nerds, chapter 2 the preppies, chapter 3 the greasers, chapter 4 the jocks, and chapter 5, by this point, the Jimmy falls and rises, so he mostly encounters the townies outside of the school. But Jimmy Hopkins as a protagonist, yeah, he is great and highly relatable to me. And I mean, I did struggle in my school days, but I did my best, and Jimmy, despite facing all of the older kids who pick on him, he does rise to become the most popular kid in school, the king of the school. And yes, despite his controversial behaviour, he's no bully, and does have a heart, and he does turn the school around for the better, and even the principal grows to respect him by the end. And Jimmy's yellow jacket is pretty sweet, as is his Bullworth uniform with his untucked, untidy shirts. And does anybody else agree the principal kind of looks like Percival Graves from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, like Colin Farrell? And when he expels Jimmy, that's in chapter 5, that's a real bummer. But thankfully, Jimmy is allowed back in the school after kicking Gary's ass and saving the day. Gary making for a fabulous antagonist and a manipulative one who you think he's gonna show Jimmy the ways of the school, but so he completely stabs Jimmy in the back by the end and attempts to conquer the school, even announcing on the microphone that Jimmy is complete human trash, and you're just like, uh, go get him, Jimmy. But the best characters in this game are of course, the uh, uh, five love interests for Jimmy, and Jimmy is the definition of a chick magnet. I mean, all the girls fall for this kid. It's insane how popular with the ladies he is. Even Beatrice, when uh, yeah, she's probably the most nerdy looking girl in the school with her glasses, and she is the smartest, even writing up a cure for cancer in her notes. So when Mandy steals her notes, so you need to sneak into Mandy's locker in the gym to return Beatrice's notes to her. Just don't get caught going in the girls' dorm, or you will get your ass kicked out of there. Get out of here, you pervert, as the teacher in there would say. But I've also thought of a character for the game, a new one. Had I been a character in this story, and her character would be Cheryl, and she would have a red Bullworth suit, like the Bullworth mascot. So if we get Bully 2, I hope we get a character like her. And then second girl in the game is Pinky, who you take on a date to the carnival and win her a prize, a teddy bear. And the third girl, Lola, she's one of the toughest of the girls, and she's lucky to have all the men fighting over her. She's literally the Helen of Troy of Rockstar games. And then there's Mandy, my personal favourite of the girls, as she is the most misunderstood. And I mean, you think she's the school bully, but so she is aware of her behaviour, and it turns out to just be putting on a popular girl act, and you do feel for her when all photos of her get posted all around the school, and when Jimmy takes them down for her, she's like, "You are the sweetest boy ever." Yes, see, I knew there was some good in Mandy, uh, and Zoe, the fifth and final girl. I mean, she's probably the most badass of the girls. She's a former student at Bullworth until she was expelled because of the very harsh gym teacher, who she thankfully gets to get back by her and Jimmy pushing the toilets down that he goes inside. Giving the girls flowers and chocolates is a lovely gesture to teach boys how to approach girls at school. And when the girls kiss you, it's the best part of the game. It's like they're literally kissing your face off. If only I was that lucky. Just beware of the prefects in this game, because boy, they will try and catch you. Like, why aren't you in class? And you do have a time limit to get to a class on the clock. So overall, what a game! What is not to love about Bully? It's still a gold, the most awesome tacular game ever to take place in a school. It is not even close.
I give Bully 5 stars out of 5. Best game ever.
Cheers to your 20th Bully, and this game also released in October, so it would have released on my 11th birthday, but of course I would have been way too underage to play this game at the time. So we can only hope Bully 2 is announced this Sunday. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this review. And what are your thoughts on Bully? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time when I continue with the Harry Awards. And I may share my thoughts on the 97th Academy Award nominees for this year. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.